Hey guys, welcome to Not So Popular Opinion. I'm your host. Internet has a question. Why does Cardi B display all the negative stereotypes black men have towards black women, but she is accepted and black women aren't? One creator wants to know. Let's check this out.
Okay, so when I saw this video, I already knew what the comments was gonna look like, and I knew what the stitches was gonna look like. So I saw a stitch, of course, of a black woman saying how black men complain when black women act like this, but they think it's fine when Latina women do it. But I want to talk about something. I'm at a point now where I don't even give a fuck what they say about black women no more. Whatever you want to believe it, because I don't give a fuck. But this is how I knew it was delusion, right? I remember when Cardi B was on Black TV. Mind y'all, this is a Hispanic woman and this is a white man. Y'all can say she's Afro-Latina. I don't give a fuck. She was not claiming that. She said she's a Latina, and she was saying she dated outside her race. She was talking about black men. I'll say this one more time. This is a Hispanic woman and a white man. They were having a conversation. She was saying how black men say they don't date black women. To her, to Cardi B, the Cardi motherfucking B. It literally fits every stereotype that they put on black women. That moment, I knew it was delusion and self-hate. Like, that's the only explanation.
Alright, we got this lady's reaction. I keep hearing this, and this is a very popular talking point about black men, especially that anytime they don't either date black women or they see a negative in black women, it's due to self-hate. I'm not a big fan of that theory, and I don't believe that's what it is. It's just that black men are more likely to be around black women, so they see it more from their own. And seeing it more from your own makes you kind of want to be as distant as possible from those traits that you find undesirable or you don't like. So you'll be quick to judge it based on what you're used to seeing and what you're used to perceiving, if that makes any sense. Let's take a look at some of these comments and see what people had to say. First comment here, this lady says, date who you want to date, but don't put others down because of your preferences. Huge fan of this, and I fully agree. You don't have to put other people down to live the life you want to live. It isn't necessary. If you don't date within your race, or you prefer another race, hey, that's you. Enjoy yourself. But you don't have to talk down on the people you don't date. It isn't necessary. It's pointless, and it kind of makes you look like the villain, no matter what you say. Another commenter here says, the amazing thing to me is that I don't know any black women that act like Cardi B. And for this, I'm grateful. You should be. You should be very grateful, because I know a lot of black women that act like Cardi B and the female in this video. Every response is violent. Every reaction leads to violence and anger and crazy outbursts. So you should be very grateful. They are horrible to be around when they get like this. Another commenter here says, it's the skin tone and hair that they're infatuated with, nothing more. And like you said, who gives a fuck what they think or say? You give a fuck what they think or say. Let's be honest, you do. And I can't say whether it's the skin tone and the hair. Certain people just like certain things. I'm not going to get into, exactly what it is that attracts them to one person or the other. Another commenter here says, facts, my sister. I'm sick of how men like when Latina women act like this, but hate on sisters when they act like this. Let's be clear, white women act like this too. All women have a tendency to react with crazy outbursts. It is becoming more prevalent in every other race, but I grew up around black women. That's what I'm used to seeing. So everybody could have been like this from the jump, and many black people didn't notice it because I grew up in a pretty segregated area. I grew up around a lot of just black and Latina women. So yes, the Latina women I knew didn't act like that at first, but I don't even want to put it like this. The more they got around the black women, the more they kind of adapted that behavior, because the black woman I grew up around, that's how they acted. So their Latina friends or Latina coworkers, they would absorb that, and that's how they would start acting. But yeah, pretty much everybody's acting like that. It's crazy, and I really think we need a reset. I don't find it attractive. I don't care who's doing it. I don't care what race it is. I don't find it attractive. Some men do, because some men like toxic energy, and some women like toxic energy as well. Me myself, not a fan of it at all. Can't deal with the crazy. We got a guy here who gets it. Says, all women are nuts in my book. My life is 100% better since I've stopped dating 2 years ago. Fist up. Yeah, all women are nuts. Very much so. As long as you keep, improving yourself, hey, if you don't want to date, don't date. Cool, man. As long as you're out in them streets clapping them cheeks when you can, you good. This fella here says, she's yelling and cussing, but she's cooking and cleaning. Oh man, I noticed that too. Yeah. Hey, a lot of people, a lot of black people, a lot of black women pride themselves on not cooking and cleaning. That's a flex for them, that they won't cook or they won't clean, they won't do anything. And hell, if a dude is gonna deal with somebody who's gonna yell and cuss and act crazy, he would prefer she still cooks and cleans. That that makes some sense though. If all women are crazy, at least some women will cook and clean. Female here, I'm guessing. Black men that don't date black women is not about a black woman's attitude. His self-hatred is the problem. Confident men attract confident women. Stay blessed. I've said it before, I don't agree with that at all. It's not about self-hatred. Yes, there are some Uncle Ruckuses out there with a lot of self-hatred within themselves, but the majority of black men that don't date black women or prefer another race of woman, it's not about self-hatred. It's really not, and I wish people would stop projecting that. It's just a lot of nonsense. Another comment here says, at this point, we've seen women of all races respond to men this way. The question should be, why are these men causing women so much frustration? So, this is a very ignorant comment. Basically, it goes along the line of victim blaming, if you want to go to the extreme, because if a man was, acting like this, or we said we've seen all men react like this. If a man was to say, what are women doing to cause so much frustration, the internet would explode. Just blow up, crash, everything. People would be freaking out, saying, hey, you can't blame women, you're victim blaming, stuff like that. But I've noticed that with a lot of aspects, when a man is the victim, no one seems to care, and it's a joke, and they're okay with accusing the man of doing something wrong. Like in another video I've done where the man was stabbed, and women just kept justifying it because he wouldn't help with bills. Come on, you gotta do better. Another commenter here says, what I find interesting is how black men don't like to be stereotyped but don't mind doing that very thing to black women. No one likes being stereotyped. Some black men do it. A lot of black men don't. Is it right? No. Don't stereotype people if you don't want to be stereotyped. I get that. But how many black women on the internet go around calling all black men dusty? The stereotype of deadbeat dad. automatically, if he's black, stay away from him. He's a deadbeat dad, or he's a thug, or he's gonna treat you badly because he's black. You know, move on to another race, that kind of thing. We see it a lot more from black women now than we ever had before. So yeah, we can't, you know, throw stones when kind of doing the same thing. And I honestly see it a lot more from black women now. Got out here, man. So funny that it came after that comment about stereotyping, because I have seen this since I was a kid. Hear about all the time. Black women, I want me a fine chocolate man. These light-skinned dudes, soft and corny. Yeah, everybody makes fun of light-skinned dudes. Just something that happens, you know. Hey, it happens all the time. But yeah, they supposedly soft and corny. Alright guys, interested to hear what you guys think about this. Like I said, me personally, I'm not really a fan of anybody that reacts like this, that responds with their emotions and tends to go violent. It's not attractive to me. I don't care what race it is. I don't care how she looks. I'm thinking more like in the Cardi B thing. Of course, honestly, like I always say, this is just my opinion. I've seen this, which, man, even saying this probably showing my age. This has more to do with her being a sex symbol than anything. Before her, there was Nicki Minaj, you know, doing the crazy shit, and people still liking her. And before her, there was Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown, Eve, things like that. You know, hey, wasn't my cup of tea, but a lot of guys liked it. And I think what a lot of people need to realize is that wanting to smash somebody because you find, you know, their attitude sexy, or them appealing, or you like the stripper vibe or whatever, wanting to smash and loving or liking is two different things. I can want to smash somebody but not want to be around them after I'm done smashing. Okay? A lot of guys think like that, and they just see them as a sex symbol, you know. Whether it's right or wrong, I think that's majority of what it is. I don't think anybody, you know, with their head screwed on tight actually wants to marry Cardi B or wants to marry a woman like that. You know, nobody wants to deal with that, who, you know, who has their life together. They don't want to be tied down to that. They want the excitement of the freakiness, of the passion that comes from that type of woman. But no, I don't think they want to, you know, marry her or anything like that, be something long term. So I think we really need to, you know, fix that kind of thinking and accept it for what it is. Like I said, interested to hear what you guys think about this. Thank you for liking, watching, sharing, and commenting down below. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.